Okay, here we are again. This is Tom Styles, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And I'm using my Kodak zip camera in the macro mode, which means I have to put the camera within 6 inches of whatever I'm focusing on. And on the Grundig 750, this is all I get when I'm that close. And I'm seeing some red. I think a big red dot there. It's some kind of reflection from the camera itself. Let me turn this light off. Sure that's not it. No, let's see, it's still there.
There's a message for you.
Don't know really how to get rid of that. Well, there we go. There we go. Let me turn that light back off because we're getting a lot of reflections here. And we're still getting, can't believe we're still getting reflections as dark as it is in this room. Boy, I could almost get that S meter in there. Boy, notice that red tint on the S meter. Where is that red coming from? I have no lights on in the room. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here in Florida, and we're going to turn around. Oh, well, I can see what the problem is now. There's a red light on the camera. See, I'm trying to cover it up here with my finger. There it is. Now, why would they do that? Especially when you're in macro mode, where that light is almost illuminating what you're looking at. So I'm going to have to find a piece of tape, cover that up. Stand by here. Remember, we're experimenting, so you don't want to watch this video. That's okay with me. I need a dark piece of tape. Or a sticker. Hey, here's a sticker. Let me turn this around for a second. Don't need much. Oh, a little sticker here. Yeah, here we go. Probably is used for lighting control or something. Okay. Let me temporarily cover that up. Yeah. Now the red's gone. Okay. See if I can get this. Well, I'm not as close as I should be here. Get the old tape measure out. Oh yeah, I'm 8 inches. I gotta get a lot closer. Whoop! Kick the camera. Oh my gosh. That's still too far away. There's 6 inches. Whoa. That is close. Still getting some reflection off of the mirror there. I mean the lens on the radio. I don't know how. I guess if I shot this at night I wouldn't have that. And let's go down a little bit. And it didn't do much good. Sorry for kicking the camera so much. Go back up. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay. So I'm using the Kodak zip camera. I'm in 720p 30 frames per second. The lens is set to macro mode, and I'm about 6 inches away from this radio, which, since it's a fairly big radio, you don't see much of it, unlike my previous video where I had it pointing to the Texan PL80, which is much smaller. You could see the display and part of the keyboard. Now let me scan a little bit over here. See if I get that S meter in there. And let's tune a little bit. Well, that band's dead. Let's do the old scan and store again. There she goes. Okay, another operator error. Did I push the wrong button? Oh, yes, I did. What a dummy. There we go. Okay, it's doing its scan. And of course, like I said before, it only scans the international broadcast meter bands. Jeez, it's been a long day. A little frustrated with my computer and webcam I normally use for videos, so I'm having to resort to this little guy, and I think I might be able to get him set up. It appears from my previous video that using the macro mode, the focus was really good. When I was using the other mode where I had to be 3 feet. Yeah, I had to be 3 feet away from whatever I was filming, and then that was so far back that I zoomed in a little bit. It made it kind of grainy, and the keypad numbers were kind of not even visible. Of course, they're not visible now because they're not in the view of the camera. So we're going to see what happens here. 7.3 megahertz. I must admit I had forgotten about the many tuning features that the Texan PL 880 has, and I'm going to go back and do a video on that particular function of the 880, because it does have a lot of modes. Matter of fact, so many modes in this automatic tuning and storing that I forgot some of them. So we'll go back to that maybe later today, or maybe I'll just give up. Oh boy, I can't believe this. Okay, scan, baby, scan. Gosh, we only found one. Oh gosh, I just realized something. Wouldn't you know it, another operator error is I always turn my antenna switch to disconnect this radio when I'm not using it, because it is an outside antenna, and I left it turned off. So we'll go back over there and let's stop. Well, we don't really hear that noise, and we'll switch the antenna back into the radio, and we'll start the scan again. Of course, this video is not about the ATS function of the Grundig 750. It's about getting a decent camera to make my videos while my computer is on the fritz. Gosh, I spit all over my camera. Okay, we are tuning once again, this time with an antenna connected. Now, this radio, there's an antenna switch, and when you switch it to external, and you don't have an external antenna, you basically don't have anything, because it's not going to use the internal antenna when it's switched to external. That kind of makes sense. Probably the first time today for me. Okay. But it does scan slow. Oh my gosh, it scans slow. But the thing is, like I said before, the idea is you turn your radio on and you put it in the ATS mode and you go off and do something else. So if it scans slow, yeah, it scans slow. The other thing I noticed about the Texan a few minutes ago when I used the ATS function on it, it found a lot of weak signals, which this guy doesn't find. So that would be another reason to do a video of that ATS feature on the Texan. So I think I will try to do that tonight when the band conditions are normally better for me, which is after sundown, and just see what kind of stations it finds. And the other thing that I was doing when it was finding all those stations 15-20 minutes ago, it was using its internal whip antenna. Time to reconsider maybe the PL880 should be my main radio. Nah. Okay. We're up to 11 megahertz. That's all? Oh, snooze control. We'll have a little spot of tea while this is scanning. Okay, I'm back, and it's still not done. I could play some music, but of course if I played music then I would get a copyright violation and I would have to take down this video, so I can't do that. And I think you can get a copyright violation if you even play, like you know how to play the guitar and you play a copyrighted song, or you can sing or try to sing and you sing a copyrighted song. I think that's still considered a copyright violation. I don't know. I try to stay away from it. Okay, dude, 15.7. Oh my gosh. This is, I have really gotten used to using the new feature that they've added to YouTube. And that feature is you can change the speed of the playback when you're watching a video. And you can slow it down or speed it up. And they've got like, I don't know, 5 or 6 different speeds you can choose from. I usually choose the 1.5 times. In most videos, the audio is still good enough that you completely understand it. And you can get through videos a lot faster. And in some videos, I use the 2x. And then the audio gets a little difficult to follow. But some of those videos that are half an hour or so, I use that feature a lot. And I wish there was some way that in my profile I could say always default to say 1.5 times, and then if I want to slow it down I can slow it down. But I find every video I watch almost I watch at 1.5. and now we're done. So just for the heck of it, although this is not a test of this feature on this radio right now because it's a bad time of the day, let's just see what it found for the heck of it. Spanish speaking station. Oops, sorry about that. Kick the camera again. Okay.
Isn't that the most admired woman?
Tennessee.
The famine of the end times.
I think that's Tennessee.
A lot of people like Jenny feeling quite good.
I'm not sure.
Now, if you go back to the sovereignty of God, you're going to recognize something.
I think that's Tennessee.
Multiplicación de los panes.
Spanish.
Simple household tool. A pair of scissors.
Not sure.
Escuchas de entre nosotros que
Spanish.
Oh. Whatever your condition is, wherever...
Tennessee, I believe. Nothing. Kind of weak. Nothing. Then we're back. So it found 12. Found 12 signals that it liked. Again, this is a terrible time of day in Florida to be listening to shortwave. So, and the purpose of this test was not for testing the ATS function on the Grundig radio. It's for testing my little zip camera. So, test done. Thanks for watching, and thanks for bearing with me while I try to tune in this little camera. Bye-bye.